So in this one, I want to talk about hair loss, and I want to talk about common problems that I'm seeing on YouTube nowadays in the hair loss space. So right now we have two groups mainly. We have the back to nature influencers, which are basically claiming that you can reverse hair loss with natural methods such as eating raw meat and getting sunlight, stuff like that. These people don't actually reverse hair loss. I haven't really even seen one example. As you can see in this before and after of an influencer with the channel name Self-Maxer, this guy has severe hair loss in the before and in the after. He just changed his hairstyle to hide the hair loss. And if you check his videos, you don't even see the temples. He's just hiding the hair loss he has. But he didn't even fix the problem that he's claiming he did. But he's obviously cope. He doesn't even target the root problem of hair loss. His hair loss is gonna keep getting worse. So these people just waste your time and money as well. You're gonna keep losing hair if you follow their advice. But on the other end, we have the just become a walking pharmacy influencers like Brian Johnson. These people actually do fix their hair loss, but a lot of what they do is useless. With Brian Johnson, for example, if you go take a look at his protocols, like the vast majority of what he does is pretty useless. And then you go look at the data says most of these things don't actually help with hair loss. Unless you have like major deficiencies, which is an exception, not the rule. Using a laser cap is cope, PRP is cope, injections are cope, like all these things. For example, here we have topical dutasteride, which is cope because the molecule is too large to penetrate the skin because it doesn't follow the Dalton rule. And a lot of these things, for example, caffeine, melatonin, etc., they don't actually help. It's just cope. Like the vast majority of what's here is actually cope, and it's just a waste of money. And if you copy what they do, you may help with your hair loss. It probably will, but you're going to be wasting a lot of money. So here's what actually works. There are only two proven ways that are actually worth your money to help with hair loss. One of them is 5-alpha reductase inhibitors. The other one is potassium channel openers. So the first one, 5-AR inhibitors. For example, finasteride and dutasteride. We have a bunch of randomized controlled trials, a bunch of very high quality evidence proving that when you add finasteride, hair density goes up, hair loss goes down. Then you remove finasteride, you see the opposite. Hair loss goes up, hair density goes down. This is also true for dutasteride, and we have proper studies with placebo groups, randomized controlled trials, done on humans, not just on rats. And yeah, the evidence is just insane. And DHT for an adult is kind of useless. Just mostly going to make you bald and increase sebum production, which increases acne. But yeah, it's just a net negative when it comes to looks maxing if you're an adult. It's going to make you lose hair, get more acne, etc. And the only benefit is your beard may be a bit thicker, but you know, who cares if you don't have any hair and you have acne? So it's a clear net negative from my view. And the vast majority of men taking 5-AR inhibitors don't experience side effects, negative side effects at least. So there's that. And the second one, potassium channel openers, this is one of the main mechanisms of minoxidil. So how do we know it's this mechanism that works for hair loss? Well, it's because we actually have tested other potassium channel openers, and they also help with hair loss. But minoxidil is the only one that you can actually get prescribed to help with hair loss. So minoxidil, it is a vasodilator. It has multiple other mechanisms, but the mechanism that actually helps with hair loss is the potassium channel opening pathway, because other drugs that do the same, they also help with hair loss. And so according to the evidence, there's only two categories that have been proven to help with hair loss and that are actually worth your money. One of them is 5-alpha reductase inhibitors like finasteride and dutasteride, with the exception of topical dutasteride because it doesn't follow the Dalton rule since the molecule is just too large to penetrate the skin. So what Brian Johnson does when it comes to topical dutasteride is pretty much useless. And the other category is potassium channel openers like minoxidil. Minoxidil is not the only one, but it's the only one prescribed for hair loss. And both topical and oral work pretty well. With topical, it's only going to work where you apply it. With oral, it's going to be working pretty much everywhere for the entire scalp. It does have more systemic side effects. And with oral, the serious side effects, like the serious negative side effects, they happen much less than 1% of the time. So I think the risks are overblown when it comes to that drug specifically. But yeah, everything else, for example, all the drugs that people are claiming are coming soon to fix hair loss, or topical anti-androgens, for example, RU58841, those things don't actually have enough data to prove that it's safe and effective long term. Meanwhile, for 5-alpha reductase inhibitors and for potassium channel openers, we do have that kind of data, which is why I think it's pragmatic to recommend them over other methods for hair loss. And that's pretty much it. I don't like to overcomplicate things. Truth is often pretty simple and straightforward, but the problem right now in 2025 is not lack of information, it's just too much of the wrong information. And if you trust what I say, and if you think I can help you with your problems, you can join my Skool community. First link in the first comment. And yeah, if you need any help when it comes to Lux Maxing or health in general, then you can join the community and I'll try to help you as much as I can.